Yeah, okay. New player circle. So,
Hey man, say man, you already know what I'm gonna say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Damone Jr. kicking in the Player Circle podcast. We don't try to fit a square into a circle. And hey man, today, man, we got this fool. I don't know if his name Antoine Massey. You know what I'm saying? One of the escaped inmates from the New Parish prison down there in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? He was caught yesterday. Caught his ass at an Airbnb in New Orleans. U.S. Marshals tracked him in New Orleans. Motherfucker escaped from New Orleans. Run away. You on the run 6 weeks. Your ass still in New Orleans. Lock his ass up. Lock his ass up. He ain't want to be free anyway. Lock his ass up. If anybody needs to be caught, it was this nigga anyway. Lock his ass up. You feel me? Lock him the fuck up. You ain't in Mexico as Antonio Alvarez. I'm in Mexico as Antonio Alvarez. Get some gel, slick your hair down, some gel, nigga. Run a comb through that shit. I'm in Mexico. You feel me? Or I'm going to Canada. Go to Canada, nigga. Whoop their heads. Go up to Detroit, and you could probably walk to that motherfucker, nigga. Walk to Canada. Mine's on road. You supposed to get some make. Don't even matter. Your ass is grass now, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold that up too much longer. You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get to the video. Nigga, U.S. Marshals caught his dumbass. Caught his dumbass in. Stupid. Nigga, dumb as hell. Not gonna lie to you. Dumb as hell.
A 6-week manhunt, 4 escapes from custody, and a first-class flight to prison. Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on the capture of Antoine Massey, one of Louisiana's most wanted men. May 16th, 2025. 10 inmates escaped a rotting jail in New Orleans, immediately gaining national attention. An intricate plan would begin with a maintenance worker at the Orleans Justice Center cutting off the water to the cell. The inmates would force open a faulty cell door after midnight, rip the toilet from the wall, escaping through the small hole left behind, but not before writing a note for the jail staff on the way out. One of the biggest jailbreaks in Louisiana history, committed by one of the deadliest groups. Back in April, 19-year-old Corey Boyd was with 2 friends who were pulling on car door handles, attempting to find one unlocked so they could rob it. 38-year-old Mr. Brandon Fees and his girlfriend observed them from their porch. The suspects were approaching his car, so Fees went and confronted them. The veteran would be shot, stood over, and shot again in the head before being run over by the escape vehicle. 19-year-old Corey Boyd is accused of being the driver. 27-year-old Derrick Groves was arrested for attempted murder back in 2014, but would beat the case. 4 years later, Derrick would spin again. It was 2018, Mardi Gras, and a group of people were gathered in front of a house in the lower 9th Ward when 2 men ran up with AK-47 style rifles and opened fire. Jamal Robinson was shot in the arm and chest, while Byron Jackson was hit in the head. Both men died while 3 others who were shot luckily survived. One of the surviving victims would later testify against him for shooting him 6 times. Derrick would be found guilty of 2 murders and 2 attempted murders, while also pleading guilty to 2 additional murders, but a juror error would result in a mistrial. Derrick Groves has been connected to 4 violent killings, and he is the only remaining man out of 10 that's still on the run. But the most famous of the group is none other than 32-year-old Antoine Massey. He escaped a juvenile facility, a neighboring adult jail, and twice cut off his ankle monitor before doing the race. Aside from having chess pieces tattooed on his face, Antoine would receive the most attention after he started to post to social media while on the run.
I'm one of the ones that was let out of the GC.
I'm not gonna lie, I seen this video, I was scared. Like, that nigga looked like a genie or something. I don't know, his face was like coke white. Like, I don't know if he put, you feel me, powder on his face before this shit, but he's scary right here. Nigga, he look like he do some voodoo type shit. Like, I ain't gonna lie, before he read his charges, I was like, man, they need to lock his ass up. Not gonna lie, judge a book by its cover sometimes. Judge a book by its cover sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta judge a book by its cover. Like, I don't even watch Netflix movies that don't got good covers. Like, so, like, you know, like, sometimes it's okay to judge a book by its cover, you know? And they need to lock his ass up under the jail. Put his ass up before he read his charges. Lock his ass up. And now I know the stupid stayed in New Orleans for 6 weeks. You on the run for 6 weeks, you stayed in New Orleans? Lock his ass up. He ain't got no common sense. He don't need to be in the streets with common folk.
What I want to talk about today is as far as why I was in Orleans Parish Jail. I was in custody for almost 8 months. All right, 6 months, something like that. So I'm asking for help from the world, from Meek Mills, Lil Wayne, Young Boy, Donald Trump. I'm asking for these people. I couldn't even get a lawyer. I couldn't even afford a lawyer to prove my innocence.
These posts would lead to a tip and a home being raided by SWAT, where officers were able to recover some of the clothing Antoine could be seen wearing in the video. Now, Antoine was asking for help from rappers and even the president, but his list of charges would make anyone say fuck him.
I was in there for theft of a motor vehicle and domestic abuse involving strangulation. That's what I was in Orleans Parish for. Today, what I want to talk about is that I was on 2nd degree kidnapping, 2nd degree rape, domestic abuse battery involving strangulation, domestic abuse battery, violation of protective order, right?
Why the fuck we supposed to come help you, nigga? Like, you like, that's a lot they accusing your ass of. A lot of people say it though. You talking about, see my ass, and so I cut the ass in half. Like, that's a lot of people. That's a lot of charges, a lot of egregious charges, nigga. You may need to stay there until they figure it out. No, like, nigga, you asking for Young Boy. You asking for goddamn Meek Mill. You should have asked for Kim Kardashian while you at it, you know? You feel me? Donald Trump, you wanted Trump to look into your shit? That was crazy. Young Boy, that nigga said, man, save me. God damn it, save me. That shit crazy.
Domestic abuse charges in one county, he was being held in New Orleans on another case of domestic abuse as well as car theft. But Antoine also had warrants out for 2nd degree rape, kidnapping, domestic violence, and violating a protective order. It would seem Antoine has a history of crimes against women, which would categorize him in jail as a no good piece of shit. Another tip would reach New Orleans police, and 4.5 hours later, Antoine was taken into custody in Holly Grove, the very neighborhood Lil Wayne grew up in. Officers would take pictures with the captured suspect before rebooking him into the same jail he escaped, but they weren't taking any chances. Immediately after being rebooked, Antoine was placed in a helicopter and received a first-class flight to the Louisiana State Penitentiary. Angola, also known as the Alcatraz of the South, is a maximum security prison run like a slave plantation that's home to over 6,000 inmates. With 9 of the 10 escapees in custody, 13 additional people would be arrested for their assistance in the escape. The maintenance worker who cut off the water to the cell was arrested on suspicion, but he claimed inmates told him the cell was clogged, and if he didn't cut the water, he'd be stabbed. Others helped by either cash apping money, transporting them around the city, and giving them a place to stay. By far the deadliest amongst the 10 is Derrick Groves, and he is still on the run. Facing an eternity in prison, it's hard to imagine he's still in Louisiana as he faces the most severe punishment, but he's also the most dangerous. And if he's gotten his hands on a weapon, surrendering peacefully might not be an option he's willing to accept. We'll just have to wait and see how the manhunt plays out. Now this was wild to see this. And then you have Antoine Massey, who even his own aunt made a video speaking on him.
Y'all making my nephew out to be a monster. He is not a monster. Is Antoine a problem child? Of course. Anybody who know us know that. Has Antoine been a problem since they fucking won? Yes. But how did he get that way? Y'all know how he got that way. From watching his father get executed in front of him, but he's not the only one that it done affected. It affected his sister, it affected his mama, it affected all of his siblings. Do you understand what I'm saying? It affected all of them. But this is his story with it. His sister right now is locked up and incarcerated from allegedly helping him. Allegedly helping him. She ain't been right since she seen the murder of her father. This not his fault, y'all, and I'm not taking no sides. And I'm not trying to make excuses for him. But this not for him, y'all. Because trust me, he's scared right now. He's scared. He want to go home. Because he the type of nigga, he will make decisions and think afterwards. Because he not all there. Am I saying he don't know right from wrong? Yes, he know right from wrong. He grown. But
I ain't trying to hear that shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit, Auntie. Auntie, we ain't trying to hear that shit. Let's see, hold on, we got let's see. Black people finding out they caught him, man. So they have fool put his ass on a chopper. Got him the fuck up out of there. They sent his ass to Angola. Got him the fuck. Got him the fuck up out of there. Sent him to Angola in this whatever fit he had on. They got him the fact. Got him the fact.
Right. Thank you. You said you don't.
Sorry, y'all. I just don't be on the floor.
Yeah.
Trying to find out what's going on myself.
I understand. Would you mind saying a few words with us if we don't put your face on the camera? If
That's
we point it
Amelia
towards the ground?
Strahan. She is out at the scene where this inmate was found this afternoon. A woman who says that she uses that unit as an Airbnb from time to time. Said she really didn't want to go on camera, so we were trying not to show her face there. You know, apparently that's where Antoine Massey was hiding out, and that's where he was taken into custody. It's very interesting that even the property owner was not told by law enforcement what was going down when it was going down. So that tells you just how much they had to secretly inject themselves into that situation as to not alert Antoine Massey that they were on to him, go in there, get him peacefully, and get him out of there as quick as they went in almost.
And I can tell you, from a house that they approached earlier this week, this was on a Derrick Groves tip,
yes,
that law enforcement did assemble in force with multiple different agencies, and they very, very intentionally did not make, say, a SWAT scene or surround a house. They kept it completely kind of
quiet,
almost like undercover surveillance to determine if, in fact, Derrick Groves was at that location.
Right, and
he
Strahan,
was not.
We're going to go back out to Amelia again. Apparently, she's got some more information for us. So, Amelia, what you got for us?
And explain the situation, because this is two properties.
Hey guys, we're actually talking to the woman who owns the, let's turn the camera this way. We're actually talking to the woman that owns the Airbnb where Antoine Massey was allegedly found. She doesn't want her face on camera. We want to respect her request. So I'm going to get Robin to put the camera back down, and we're going to ask her a few questions. You guys can listen in.
I'm here and I don't even see cops.
I mean, is it shocking to hear this happen not only on your property but in your neighborhood? Because a lot of people we spoke to say they were just talking to someone just cutting grass here earlier today, and then this happened.
Yeah, it's a pretty quiet neighborhood. You know, it's kind of shocking, you know, but hey, you know, things like this happen. We just have to, you know, kind of be careful, I guess, you know.
Have you seen any signs of this? Anything suspicious?
I haven't seen any signs, no.
And it's only one tenant you were telling us that lives here.
Yes, only one tenant.
And you said telling me when you were closing the gate that Antoine Massey might have run in, broken in.
Right, because I'm frustrated too. I don't know what's happening. They say this is going on, and I get here and I don't even see a cop. So, you know, so I don't know.
So
And what do you know about the
you
family? Do you know anything about the family, the tenant that was staying there?
No, I don't know anything about that.
Who actually called you and alerted you of what was going on at your property?
My friend called me, a friend of mine. I guess it's all over the news and they know my property.
Did she see the whole arrest happen or just the law enforcement presence?
Just the law enforcement. Yeah.
In your message to NOPD, you weren't even really notified.
I don't have a message anymore. I'm really, you know, I'm shocked right now. I'm sorry.
All right, thank you so much.
All right,
ma'am.
thank you so much.
We gonna respect her. Boy, you still put her face on there. It was live. It ain't the cuz with the camera out of pocket. They caught him in Holly Grove. He was ducked off. He was ducked off. That's crazy, cuz really went on one. Stayed in goddamn New Orleans, though. Goof ass stayed in New Orleans. That's why you got caught. Should have been the debt. You got to do the race. Get the fact. You supposed to get the fact. You didn't get the fact. Now you caught. Threw your ass back in the kennel. Then they threw your ass in Angola. They threw your ass where they sent them live. Nigga about to do life, cuz. That shit crazy. That shit crazy. Nigga, Derrick Rose still out. I hope you gone. Let's see. They say this nigga probably grew his hair out. Let me see. They saying this nigga might have grew his motherfucking hair out. This is hella funny. This is hella funny. That's hella funny. They saying this. They saying this nigga may have goddamn me
Officials say Groves could be disguising himself in plain sight.
His face is definitely out there. So perhaps he has grown some facial hair, perhaps he has changed the color of his hair. But the one thing he can't change is the fact that he's a very tall individual.
Since the escape, has largely remained in the shadows.
He has nothing to lose. He's been convicted by...
Officials say Groves could be
Cuz did the dash. Cuz still out there, man. If y'all had y'all about their money on him, y'all won big. Everybody won big. Shout out to everybody that hit on that parlay. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all think Buddy's still in New Orleans, man? Like, what do y'all think? Do y'all think he did the race and got the fact? Did he get the fact? Or is he still in New Orleans waiting to be captured like the rest of them? Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we back with another one when we got another one. And
Yeah, okay. New player circle. So, get low. Yeah.